Exactly. It's all about the word.
You already know. And it still shows. It's long. All right, where was I? Verse 7 of Proverbs 13, if you want to get there. There is that maketh himself rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches. The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom.
Thank you.
Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase.
Wealth gained, but wealth shall be diminished, wouldn't it?
It say wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished.
What does that mean? Give me 3 examples of how to get wealth in vanity.
In modern day society.
Back then, now, and yeah.
Hey,
It's what you can think.
getting wealth by lying, getting wealth by stealing.
Oh my goodness. Yo, that's America.
And getting wealth by usury.
That's America.
All the way. All the way. But he that gathereth by labor and work hard for what I got shall increase that way.
That's the word. That's powerful.
Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when desire cometh, it is a tree of life. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. The law of the wise is a fountain of life, to depart from the snare of death. Good understanding giveth favor, but the way of transgressors is hard. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge. I love that right there. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool lieth open his folly.
What does that mean? I think I lieth open my folly.
Not. Whose understanding are you going by? Are you going by knowledge? Are you according to this, according to that? Are you I think and I believe, I feel? Which one are you?
I feel, I guess.
That's what you say every time you speak. Well,
No.
I feel like this.
Oh, no.
I feel like
This
this.
is what I've been told, more so. And then from what
I'm not asking you where you've been told.
Oh, okay. You cut that eye off.
Because you asked me which one are you.
Yeah.
Now I'm asking you, when you begin to talk, whose knowledge are you bringing? Your own knowledge
I've come to understand.
or the knowledge of the Most High?
I would say it's the knowledge of the Most High. That's why I moved.
Now let me read that again. Because a prudent man dealeth with the knowledge. Well, according to Enoch 10,
Yeah.
well, according to Revelations,
Yes.
or is it according to how I feel?
No, never how I feel.
So now that's a prudent man. You dealing with the knowledge.
Right.
But a fool lieth open his folly.
Gotcha.
Your folly is just you. A wicked messenger falleth into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is health. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instructions, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. The desire accomplished.
He that regardeth reproof shall be honored. One who is willing to listen to others about himself, herself, their self, will be honored. But if you're quick to say, no, that's not identifying my nature, me. So I'm not able to listen to myself. If I'm told wicked 100 times, if somebody tell me that, Nicholas, you're wicked, if you tell me that 100 times, I'm going to hear you 100 times and identify what's wicked about me.
Right. Get back to it. It says in verse 19, the desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to fools to depart from evil.
The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul. So therefore your will can be aligned with righteousness. We can say that what I want, the things that I want, the things that I desire, they're not causing me to feel outside of the will of the Father.
Come. Say, but verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
Amen.
But a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. Verse 22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment.
Say that again, please, in the verse number.
Proverbs 13 and 23. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment. But there is that is destroyed for want of judgment.
To want to be judged?
To want to be judged. Wow. I mean, because technically you're not being destroyed. I mean, you're not being judged.
Yeah, that means you judging other things out here. If that's what you want. Because it told us in the previous verse that the fruits of a man's mouth are what, the fruits of a man. Read the first 2 verses, first 2 or 3 verses. In the chapter, in the whole chapter.
In the whole chapter?
Yeah, go back up.
Okay. A wise man, this is verse 1. A wise man heareth his father's instructions, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressors shall eat violence.
That's it. So go back to the verse we currently at.
23. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment.
Interesting.
Verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betime.
Ace, read that again. To this man. To me and this young
goes
boy.
To your soul, man. Alright?
Because I didn't whip him yesterday for doing on himself.
He that spareth the rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betime.
So you telling me the Most High know that these children are wicked?
Above all things, you give a child off to itself and be the most wicked man on earth. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's actually a verse in here somewhere that says that.
Alright. No,
about a child's
wickedness. 22.
Probably, I don't know. I can't.
We talking about that precept, yeah.
And last but not least, verse 25 of Proverbs 13. The righteous eat it to satisfy his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. There's a completion.
That's how the chapter started. That's how the chapter ended.
The ending is the beginning.
Ashe. Ashe. Yaman. Amen. You want to give up praise and extolation. The words of the Most High are true. Continuing, brother.
You on 14 now?
If you want to go there. Yeah.
Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Wow.
He that walketh in
Whoa,
his...
I just heard that so many different ways. If your house is your man, then you build him up. But some women, they just identify and point out things. Oh, the corners. Oh, it's their own. Oh. Oh, there's moat. Oh. Rather than doing something about it.
Right. That's deep in itself, man. A lot of times we can direct or we can point out the wrong. We can't point out what to do about it.
Righteousness.
He that walketh in his uprightness feareth the Most High, but he that is perverse in his ways despiseth him. And the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of an ox. Heard how ox is in Jamaica?
Yeah.
What is that? Just cattle?
Oxtail, man.
Just cattle?
They have oxtail.
Just cattle?
No, it's the bull. Ox is a male bull with 2 horns.
Oh, that's a lot of meat.
Huh?
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah. Not more than buffalo. But
Oh yeah, I want some buffalo too. You got buffalo?
In Jamaica, to my knowledge. That's Africa.
That's Africa. You gotta get there. Verse 5. A faithful witness will not lie. Excuse me. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A scorner seeketh wisdom, and findeth it not. But knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. Go from the presence of foolish men, when thou perceiveth not in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. The heart knoweth his own bitterness, and a stranger doth not intermeddle with his joy. Wow. Just sipping that slow, man. I don't want to let it go. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. There is a way which seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of the mirth is heaviness. Verse 14.
Whoa. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, but the end of mirth is heaviness.
Yes.
Mirth is your joy.
Yes.
Laughter is beautiful sounds coming out of the soul. But at the end, I mean, it's still vain.
You're still going to be feeling the same way.
That's crazy. Temporary, everything. And now that's when true understanding comes in.
I mean, I go from the understanding of, I've seen it in my past where people will laugh, or they will be sad, and I know they're sad.
Yeah.
So they will have to watch movies or something to make them laugh and think that brings their happiness.
Delusion. Yeah.
Right, just to finish watching that and go into the same mental torment that they were in before.
Yeah.
The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself.
That's crazy. I don't like that. I don't like that one.
What's
I don't
up?
like that one. It's because, like, a good man being satisfied for himself is just like brother that left. He left his family. We just talking about him, the Rechabites or Ezra's or etc. So it's like, for my dad, he left his, he left us. For me, if I leave Ace, like again, or like leave them, I can lean on that scripture and justify it because I don't desire vanity type thing.
And your satisfaction comes from where?
The Father's will, which I'm only just go read the verse again, please.
The backsliding in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself.
From himself, like the joy that's true, it comes from within you. So no one can really help you when you have you within you.
Amen.
So when people are bringing darkness out of you, it's your choice to deal with those people.
And it's your choice how you deal with those people.
How you
Whip
do
me
it.
up.
Yes, sir.
A wise man feared and departed from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident.
Wow.
Verse 17.
Wow.
He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly. He that is soon angry dealeth with foolish. Slow down. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and a man of a wicked deviseth is hated. Verse 18. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with the knowledge. that prudent man and knowledge is like hand in hand.
Right.
They say, you want to understand me? You want to know what gives me honor? Where my crown come from? Where I can have my head so high and what I know? It's because of the knowledge I got.
And that's where my mind exists. Like, I've been telling people lately that we don't exist only in one dimension.
Nah, not at all.
Unless you only got the knowledge of one dimension.
There we go.
Excuse me.
The evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich hath many friends. He that despiseth his neighbor sinneth, but he that hath mercy on the poor, happy is he. Do they not err that devise evil?
Fork, please. Plastic. Or spoon. Plastic spoon. Never mind.
Do they not err that deviseth evil? But mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good. And
to sit back and think about good things will be better than to sit back and think about evil things. Regardless of your feelings.
And that goes into understanding, bro. We have to sit back and understand where things are coming from.
Yep.
When you speak to me, I gotta understand who you are. I can't automatically respond and vice versa. And that goes for each soul.
So I say challenge every spirit to find out if they are of truth.
That way.
Do you believe in the Son of Man? First of all, that's the only reason we talking. Because the Son of Man gave us the ability to converse. Especially on this side of the flood. We all do deserve death. And he died to say, I'm going to be the one to sentence you to death, fam. So come to me, mercifully. That's all he asking, fam.
Word.
And the thing is, he tell us that the Father judges no man. When you really get to know the Father on an intimate level, you understand why he say that. Because Messiah, the light, fashioned us all. The Father simply just gave the source of energy for it to happen. He imagined it, and the Word made it happen. So it's not on the Father to be like, I'm going to condemn y'all. But I am going to give the words of how to condemn if condemnation falls upon this soul. You got to go suffer with Azazel now.
Word.
Word.
In all labor, there is profit.
Oh my goodness. That's powerful, yo. Say that again.
In all labor, there is profit.
Man, all praise.
Profit.
Fam. Ain't got time for nobody else out here.
But the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury.
I don't know what penury means.
Let's get that definition, man.
You want to get down or you want to stay up?
Penury. Rip. I had some turkey bacon yesterday, bro.
Yeah. A certain type.
Yeah. Sliced from the butcher.
Oh.
That was righteous, bro.
What store was that?
Same store got the song from.
Gotcha.
I don't remember the name, bro. careless for these stores. The only reason I'm doing this for somebody else. That's the crazy part. And then you can see the love in it.
Gotcha. That's powerful.
Bro said, what does penury mean? Verse 23. And that is the word Hebrews 42:70. It means deficiency, impoverished, lack, need, penury, poor, poverty, and want. Wow. So in all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to poor, only to lack, only to wantonness and need. I want this, I want that. Aren't you working for it?
You want to get down?
Seems as if that might be the case. The crown of the wise is the riches, but foolishness is of fools.
Picture?
Is folly. But the foolishness of fools is folly. A true witness delivereth souls. But a deceitful witness speaketh lies.
Okay, so thank you. Because I'm out here delivering souls. It's only one way that can go. I'm not out here desiring to speak lies. I'm out here desiring to deliver souls. And he done blessed that one to me. So that's me on a personal level. On my selfishness, my salvation is personal. I just have to check myself. Now, being able to check myself, identifying that I am a deliverer of souls through the great I am who made all souls. Bringing the I am to any person is the potential for that person to be delivered, to be set free by truth. That's all I got to say. Be baptized.
And repent for the remission of your sins.
With that much aggression, like, it's on you. Like, no blood on me now. That blood ain't on me now.
Hey. Let me finish this chapter off. And the fear of the Most High is strong confidence. See why I'm so confident. And his children shall have a place of refuge each time. Get to
14?
that.
That's
Get to that
14.
wilderness. Get to that wilderness all day. The fear of the Most High is a fountain of life, to depart from the snare of death. In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince.
Say that again. For the want.
But in the want of people is the destruction of the prince.
So when a person wants other people, or within people themselves.
Okay. So in the multitude of people,
okay,
it's the king honored. So when the king has a multitude of people, I was watching the King of the Sword, King Arthur last night.
Yeah. The newer version?
Yeah, 2017.
Oh, that one go hard.
So you saw it. So
4 times.
The wicked king,
yeah.
See how he was so honored by a multitude of people.
With that fear.
And he made everybody bow down to him. That go on that first behalf. And then we can go and say, and the want of people is the destruction of the prince. Because a prince that don't have people around, the nigga just want to be honored. That nigga being destroyed along the way. It's destruction coming. You got a kingdom that's gonna come against you. You ain't got no people.
And he just in desire. He wants. He want exactly. He don't got it. So I asked that question because I know myself. Like, I'll be wanting the ability to reach 5, 10 in a physical people. So therefore we can manifest on a global scale. Because if we go do anything with a certain amount of numbers, and we just push that in our social medias, and we get the people who looking at our lives separately to look at our lives unified, it's gonna, in my mind, produce what I want, which is people to see the Father's will in our lives. Action, like we're desiring Father will. So we need to convince other people to desire Father will. But wanting people is my ailment. I don't need to want people because the Most High has shown me that people are already there. It's about servicing the people you got. That's what it's about. And that's a decent king right there.
Come. Say, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. But he that is hasty of spirit exalted folly. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy and rottenness of the bones. Excuse me. A sound heart. Come on, bruh.
That thing stank.
Thing Friday though. The sunny side up, that thing. A sound heart is the life of flesh, but envy the rottenness of bones. He that oppresseth the poor watcheth his. Excuse me. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker. But he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. The wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous hath hope in his death. Wisdom resteth in the heart of him that hath understanding, but that which is in the midst of fools is made known. Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people.
Wow.
Last but not least, the king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him that causeth shame.